Welcome everyone. Sandman reporting live from Kitwe. I'm actually in my boarding house right now. For those of you who don't know, I am a student from the Cobalt University, and yeah, when I'm not gaming, that's actually what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm in my final year studying construction management. We got buildings I need building. He cringe. Alright, so getting right into this video, pretty much gonna talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. So I got the game for myself in December, just around Christmas, mainly because it's been on my watch list for a while now. It's been like 2018, and I played the first one back in 2011, and I really wanted to see what the prequels are about and get to know all of the characters. And I must say, this game really pushed my internet connection to its limits and my PC to its limit. Whoa! It's like, some of these recordings are gonna look quite funny, but bear with me, guys. It's a really demanding game, and interestingly enough, I think I'm actually a huge fan of westerns, like cowboys, outlaws and stuff. I think I probably got into that through watching movies with my dad back when I was younger. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Clint Eastwood and those guys. So I am actually a fan of this genre. So getting to play in that era was really a thrilling thing for me to experience. And I've spent roughly 50 plus hours playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, and best believe I got the bad ending because I'm
traveling Vaudeville villain. You don't give a flying fuck who ain't not filling them. Watch what you're dealing them. Ace King Death Card. Strong arm the wrong man.
But nah, just kidding. I'm a softie. I actually got the good ending. And so right now I'm just gonna pretty much just run you through my thoughts of what I liked about the game, and yeah, so take a ride with me. Alright. Before I begin, I just wanna put a huge spoiler alert warning. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of plot points and stuff that may be deemed as spoilers. So, my chapter 1, I'm gonna talk about the Red Dead atmosphere. Personally, I think this is the most alive world I've played in. It's like everything's existing without you actually even participating in it. There's wildlife, day-to-day random chance encounters, the main quests and everything, but it's like the world exists on its own. It's not like you're the one who's triggering all these events, which really helps with the immersion, as you know. And secondly, seeing the already established characters we saw from the first installment, Dutch, Javier, John, and seeing them before we met them in Red Dead Redemption 1 was also really fun to note, because I guess it probably charted out how they found themselves there, how John was the one hunting them down in the first part, and also new characters as well. Arthur and Hosea, we didn't know those guys. That was fun to note. And also I feel the game clearly portrays the fall of the Vandalin gang, like just how they got to where they were in the first game. When you begin the game, it starts with all these like bones, borrows, there's a code, and everyone sticks together, that evading the law and the Pinkertons. But as you follow the story, you begin to see all these moments in which the trust started breaking, characters started leaving the group, Dutch started getting mad with power.
You sure you're alright, Dutch? I'm just trying to make sure that some of us survive, Arthur.
That was actually a really fun thing to notice. Another system I really enjoyed was the camp, your base of operations or where you save. You actually have multiple camps as you play the game, but instead of like regular games having this home or house where you go and save your progress and stuff, it was a whole base. Filled with people, filled with all the gang members. So you have the cooks, just other parties, and it was fun that you could actually interact with them, and after specific missions they would react to what you've done in said missions. For instance, when Jack was kidnapped, the moment you get him back, everyone actually celebrates and they sing a song, which was really cool to notice. That was a cool detail they put in there. Some other systems to note: eating is actually very important in this game. So Arthur needs to eat to keep his core health alive, or core health running. So if he's hungry, his health bar actually starts dropping. So goes for stamina. He needs to rest for him to be able to run at full speed and stuff. And also this Deadeye, where it just slows time and use it to pinpoint to get some really nasty headshots. You also need to take either smokes or choose some caffeine gums that regenerates the bar, which you can use for the Deadeye. And another system is that his hair actually grows. You best believe. The longer you play, the more you realize his beards get outgrown. This hair actually gets outgrown and it gets dirty. So it brings a whole managing factor into it. So you need to, shave Arthur. It depends. I actually liked him with the beard more. And you can also get different clothes. Just customize your character as much as you do. My chapter 2, I'm going to talk about high moments or high points in the story that I really, really enjoyed. These are moments that I think about frequently because they come to my knowledge a lot. And I guess by per definition, they were really fun to experience. One of them was storming the Braithwaite Manor when you as a protagonist trying to get Jack back after he was kidnapped. That mission had everything: the scenery, the soundtrack, the story, and the whole gang actually went to get him, which further added the whole unity of the vibe. I really, really felt the emotion and everything just tied together in that particular scene. Secondly, I think all the heists, be it the train robberies or the bank robberies, even the ones which flopped, were pretty tense, like the planning that went into it and the anticipation, wondering whether you're gonna actually get the money or not and how you're gonna get out of said location. Because it was always calling with cops and the law at the time you're leaving. So all the robberies did stand out too. I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was the final standoff between Arthur and Micah.
I got you now, Black Lung! You rat! I'm a survivor, Black Lung!
If you choose to stay with John and the rest of the Van der Leen gang, because at that point everything had been building up to that moment, with Arthur and Micah not really seeing eye to eye. So getting to see the point where you actually duke it out in the end, man, that scene was everything. And I guess that makes it a really, really good finale, because that's how you do final missions.
Still got a little fight in you, have you, boy?
Chapter 3, the basic story of the game. I would love to say it's pretty open-ended in the fact that it pretty much plays according to how you want to live. Well, there is a specific path or a specific story that you need to play through or as, but there are mechanisms in place that actually make a huge difference in how my experience can be from the next person who's playing. For instance, there are 4 different endings to the game, all depending on which choices you make as you play. So the basic story choices, where those optional missions that just ask you to help out, and it's up to you to choose to or not to. Alright, so those things do affect your honor level and the honor level. So there's low honor and high honor. High honor is pretty much being the good guy, the goody two shoes, living by the book, being the hero and stuff. While low honor is being the outlaw, killing people and stuff. And then there are also mandatory decisions where the game actually forces you to make a choice. Like for example, in the final mission, when you talk about the money and then John's like, nah man, I can't do that, I have to go with my wife and kids. You as Arthur get to choose whether you help John leave or go back with him.
Arthur, I'm coming with you. I'm gonna get you out of this bullshit if it's the last goddamn thing I do. Thank you.
She's gonna have a major decision on how your ending will be. It's open-ended enough to give you the thrill of not trying to play through everything again, which I think was a good stance on their part. Although I think they would have done better at branching out more, but it's not an RPG game, so I guess they did more than we expected of them. And personally, my playthrough went I was literally the bad guy, man. For the whole first half of the game, I was playing the role as the outlaw. I was just in character doing all the nefarious stuff, because it didn't make sense to be good at that point, since robbing or killing kind of felt like having a split personality. I'm just right here shooting someone, and then the next thing I'm helping them out, so I didn't really see the need to be the good character or the good guy. As the story went on and Arthur was diagnosed with TB. I thought that was like a changing moment for me personally, because I legit felt he needed redemption. Right, even the types of missions that come after that point seem more as giving you the chance to redeem yourself from your past actions. You know, it was the whole saving the slaves, trying to help the Red Indians get back their land, and you know, just all this random stuff. Even just giving money to the poor, all these random encounters. I kept doing more and more of them because I generally knew that my time was coming to an end, and I just wanted to live on good books and make a difference with the little power and energy that he had left in me. In conclusion, in my final chapter, pretty much going to talk about fun moments, experience playing the game, and fan service from notes to the previous game and stuff. So my favorite random encounter was this time I passed through Valentine town, and I met these twins who were trying to woo a certain girl, and you know, they're trying to act tough and they're trying to, you know, challenge each other to see who's gonna outdo the other, and it was pretty much just shooting bottles off their heads.
As long as she witnesses that I'm doing this under duress.
Oh, you boys are so silly.
But like everything was just so random and fun that they actually chuckled playing through it. I was like, yo, this is how it's supposed to be. I mean, off of a serious mission, or I mean the stress of playing through the main story, and you just meet something like that that just makes you giggle, makes you laugh, you know, makes you nod to the creators for thinking ahead and, you know, planning out these random encounters. So fan service, I mean, firstly learning how John got his scar.
That's quite a scratch you got there.
Never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
Because I mean, if you play the whole first game, you know, John's facial features pretty much like a scar and stuff. So the first mission, actually, you actually go and rescue John, and he was attacked by wolves, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got his scar, which is fun to note. Another one was when Arthur is out fishing with Jack, and then the Pinkerton guys, you know, Agent Newton and Edgar Ross, like, confront Arthur. It was a cool moment because, I mean, if you finish the epilogue of the first game, you know that Jack actually got revenge for his father by killing Agent Edgar Ross at the end. So yeah, that was actually fun. That's the first time they met, and then yeah, the last person Edgar Ross saw alive was Jack. And another hilarious one was this line of dialogue where Arthur was actually making fun of John for how he can't swim.
Thanks for all the help with this. Can't herd, can't swim.
Give it a rest, will you?
Which is a major note to the first game, because I mean, whenever he came in contact with water, he would drown immediately. Which I know there's probably gaming limitations, or maybe they didn't really think too much in trying to make him swim, so they just threw that out the side. But then they've kind of made it canon by just saying John can't swim. So yeah, that was actually a really cool nod. It's the shout out to the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people. Yeah. Sandman out.